What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my crypto journey. My name is Rodney. Now, it's no secret that recently Terrarium has become the talk of the town in the shitcoin space. They've come under a lot of fire lately by overpromising, under-delivering, cutting ties to a lot of their influencers and community leaders, you know, the people that got them to where they're at today, and most recently, their CEO, Milton, making an absolute fool of himself on Twitter. Now, in response to a video that I made, pretty much expressing why I don't really believe in this project anymore and why I ended up selling out of my position, Milton got a little butthurt and made this post. He says, "I was surprised to hear the bitter truth from my team of 57 members when they approached me this month and asking me to pay them their salaries. When I asked them why, the answer that I got was very shocking. Few said that they had to pay mortgage, put food on their table, pay tuition, family medical requirements. Few even had the audacity to say that there were previous employers from Coinbase and Warrix were paying them more, but they are here for me and Terrarium. I was wondering what kind of people are these and how selfish they can be. After all, these guys are just coders and developers who work day and night to create a better exchange and a better tomorrow for us." Is the sarcasm obvious to you yet? But the real ones that really deserve a salaries, plural, right, are certain YouTubers and certain influencers like Rodney and Believe in Crypto, who is Ravi. Shout out to Ravi. And few, whoever the hat fits, who apparently know more than the development team because they apparently foresee the future. The unfortunate truth, these people will keep jumping ships, misleading followers and investors to new projects in which they have a huge percentage of profit. I don't know if this dimwit knows that I think Awesome Austin is one of the top holders in this project, so would it make sense for him to fund this project being a top holder? But these guys don't think very much, do they? Let's continue. At the end of the day, new projects need liquidity, so they stir up the pot with stable projects like Terrarium, causing confusion and negativity among the community. What's causing confusion and negativity among the community, Milton, is the fact that you guys aren't giving the community any answers until now, until someone like me has to stir the pot so you guys can come out and speak and say something and explain to the community why the charts are dumping like they are and why you haven't held any sort of AMA, which in turn creates commotion and disbelief, driving liquidity to new projects. They will keep doing this day in and day out. I personally call every naysayer about my project to attend the next space and show proof of the information if they have the courage to do so, because talk is cheap. The Monkey Project in Austin did not reach out to me regarding listing on TERA pool. If they would have, we would have accommodated them. This, of course, is referring to the new project Awesome Austin is working with, Meta Monkey AI. So Awesome Austin reached out to them, asking them about maybe using TERA as a launch pool to help out both projects, something Austin would do because he's a good guy like that. And this is proof that he did reach out to Milton. Check this out. It shows that Austin, in a Twitter message, reached out to them, and then after Milton replied, he went through the correct channels, which was to email support@terrarium.com. So Austin shows proof. Milton says this. He says TerraPool.io V1 was launched on 3/7/2022, which had the email Terra support. So pretty much Milton was saying, oh, this was the wrong email. You used the wrong email. But the issue is that they never updated their email. So Austin used the correct email. And then this guy named Daniel says, and for a tech company, no one thought it was a good idea to forward the email address. That is pretty standard operating procedure. Or did that not really happen? Sometimes when you speak, there is more questions than answers. And then Austin replies, Daniel, that would make too much sense. It's ironic that the support at Terrarium no longer existed on 8/10/2022, according to the CEO, yet the marketing team was still posting that exact same address on the 10th for Terra pool. Hopefully they had a leadership meeting today to get on the same page. So what Awesome is saying is that, okay, that's not your email, then why are you guys marketing it? Why is it all over all your websites? Look at this, is RD Price, and I like RD Price. I think RD Price is a pleasant guy, but look at, it's the same email. And then RD Price replies, hey, you know, people make mistakes. It's part of being human, but maybe you should have gone through the proper channels for your project to get listed. These are from the 8th of August. All these videos also stated to use support.terrapool.io. I can provide dozens. Then Austin said, why are you still dragging this on? Bro, move on already. I went straight to Terrarium senior advisor in Dr. P. That's a pretty damn good channel, don't you think? So Austin went straight to Dr. P. Pretty good channel. So it looks like the Terrarium team messed up. They had the wrong email, and they're pretty much saying, oh, now Rodney and Austin are fudding our project because there's this new MetaMonkey AI project. They want to provide liquidity for that project, so they're making stuff up about Terrarium. No, you're absolutely wrong, Milton. In fact, I'm going to show you the exact day and the exact moment I decided to give up on this product because you guys just seem so damn scammy. Let's go ahead and cut to the AMA you had with Dean the Crypto Stacker, which is a pleasant guy, by the way, and I'll show you exactly why and how I lost faith in this project. Cut to the damn AMA.
I want to know if we can start with the tweet yesterday that kind of set the world on fire with Binance US and just get your explanation of this situation. Help us understand what transpired there.
So, hey guys, hope everyone is doing great. Just relation to the Binance issue which happened. See, we were approached by Binance.us.
Okay, so this was the first red flag in this statement. Why would Binance US reach out to Terrarium? That makes no sense. When does Binance, the biggest exchange in the world, even though it's Binance US, which is top 10, right? Why would they reach out to Terrarium? Now, if we just read their website, they tell you exactly the listing process. You can see right here, how to get your coin listed on Binance.com. And there's a link right here you can click. It'll tell you all the tips and tricks. So tip 1, the online application forms, and it tells you the direct listing application link and the Launchpad Launchpool applications are the only ways to apply for listing on Binance. It should tell you right there that they didn't reach out to them. It's absolutely crazy. And it tells you how to apply to list on Binance. So in a room full of professionals who said, oh, you know what? Binance US is reaching out to us. This is legit. We are so special that they reached out to us for a token listing. This is absolutely insane. But let's continue.
Notifying us that they are interested in listing us. And we've been looking into all the top 5, top 10, top 15 exchanges at the same time to get listed. So we did our verification checks with all the Binance individuals that we spoke to, specifically Lindsay. Hopefully I'm spelling the name right. Lindsay from Binance.
So this raised more red flags in my head and sounded more alarm bells. Okay, so I did a little bit of research on Lindsay Crawford because that's who they're referring to, Lindsay Crawford, and found this. There's not much on Lindsay Crawford on the internet, but we do know is that she's the chief of staff to head of exchange and operations for Binance US, and this is what she looks like. So we know that Lindsay Crawford is a legit name, but why, when dealing with exchange listings, would the chief of staff deal with Terrarium directly? Isn't that like a tactic a scammer would use? Figure out who does listings for Binance US, pretend to be them, and communicate with a vulnerable cryptocurrency project? Wouldn't they be dealing with naturally, right, regularly? Wouldn't they be dealing with a worker bee, not the chief of staff? So to me, that also raised a lot of red flags and made me think, well, these guys are really scamming us, or they're just really not all there.
So we also made a $180,000 deposit to Binance in order to get ourselves listed, which they said that the amount will be refunded within 3 months' time. So everything sounded fair and the verification went well.
Now, when they originally came out with this AMA, they provided the transaction hash for us. I used that transaction hash in a video in March, immediately after they had this AMA, and tracked exactly where that money went, because they're saying that they sent $180,000 to Binance for an exchange listing. Check out a clip from a video I made back in March, and you'll see exactly what happened to that money. So if we go to Ozam Austin's page, he actually has the Binance transaction hash up. We can see that, hey, this is $180,000 sent to this address from Dr. P's wallet, right? So we can go ahead and follow this transaction, and we can see that $180,000 was sent to this wallet, and then it was sent out in 2 different transactions. Now, to me, this looks already suspicious, but let's keep following the transactions, right? We'll follow the $30,000 one. And if you keep following, just keep following it out, just keep going. It's kind of a lot, right? Just keep going out, right? They end up in the same wallet again. Keep following the transaction out, keep following the $180,000, right? We'll follow the $30,000 again, that was split. And And then it takes us to this page where you see that $30,000 was split up. It was split up in a very, very suspicious way. Look at all this, right? And you would think like, hey, this is suspicious as hell. Like, this looks like people are getting paid. The scammers are getting paid. Like, hey, here's your part of the scam. You know what I mean? Like, good job, whatever. But if you go one step further, and I feel like people didn't go one step further, you can see that these are all Binance hot wallet transactions, right? So what does this prove? Well, it doesn't prove anything except the fact that they took $180,000, sent it to an account, that account split it up, and then sent it to Binance hot wallets. Those could be just Binance accounts. So this doesn't really prove anything. It's not like an official listing accounts. It's just Binance hot wallets. But let's continue.
And unfortunately, Binance US breached the contract. Basically to say, because they were going to make the announcement yesterday on the 22nd, but they made a breach of contract. So in order to pursue that in a legal platform, we had to make the issue go public, because that's what we do, because we've been transparent all this time, and we've been talking to multiple exchanges at the same time to get ourselves listed. But anybody does a breach of contract and leaves a group, when after making the payment, we have to take it in a legal platform.
To me, this is the most ridiculous part of this argument. So you're telling me, in order to pressure the exchange to actually list you, you're going to break one of the key rules you cannot break when it comes to these big exchange listing, which is announcing to the public, right, to the world, that you're getting listed on them before the official account announces that they're listing your project. And you can see over here on March 22nd, 2022, about 6 months ago, Milton and the Terrarium official Twitter tweeted out an email from the supposed Binance US listing team congratulating them on getting listed before Binance US said anything about this quote unquote official listing. And on the website, you can see clear as day they forbid any team from doing that. It says project teams are forbidden from disclosing listing information until we issue our listing announcement. If you are eager to tell your community that you apply to Binance, you can use the image at the top of this article to say that you've applied to Binance. If someone claims to have partnerships or listing agreements with Binance, they are lying or violating their agreement with us, which renders them void. So you're telling me all these professionals in a room came up with a bright idea, right? And the tweet is still not taken down till this day. That tweet is still up. You're telling me you thought it was in your best interest to say that you're getting listed on Binance, even though they didn't announce it, to force them into listing you? That just makes absolutely no sense. But let's continue.
Can I ask a question about that? Yesterday, I know there were some people that were pinging Binance US support, and there was a message that would come through saying this email is not associated with Binance. Have you had a confirmation? Have you talked to anybody at Binance? Your opinion is this was Binance US you were working with?
Anybody who has worked in a platform or an organization knows that once we get into that organization, we get an email ID attached to the organization.
Now look, this was extremely embarrassing because I went live, Austin went live, a lot of people in the community went live because we were fired up that this project, that it was going to get listed on Binance. But it doesn't look like Terrarium did their due diligence when dealing with the supposed exchange, because look what Binance US customer support replied to their listing tweet. The official Binance US customer support, right, verification says, "Hi, this email did not come from Binance US. Please do not send them any funds or provide them with any information. Stay safe out there, everyone." Well, it's a little too late for that because they already sent the $180,000 to this exchange. Now look, here's the thing. Either these guys got duped really bad, they got Nigerian princed, they got scam call centered, or we have Lindsay Crawford who just went rogue and just yeeted these guys out of $180,000 straight scam them, or they actually tricked the community into believing that there was some sort of Binance listing and a lot of these top wallets sold at the top. And the kicker to all of this is that they're going to pursue legal action against Binance. This is absolutely ridiculous. They're blaming Binance. They're going to go ahead and sue Binance because either they got duped or they're just lying to the community. Can you not swallow your pride and admit you got scammed? Or are you scamming us? I mean, there's a lot of unanswered questions. But at the end of the day, this AMA, this whole situation was enough for me to sell, because any logical person would look at the situation and say, well, either way, this was completely mismanaged. Now, like I've said before, Terrarium wants to become a centralized exchange, and I think there's a lot of value in becoming a centralized exchange. And per their team, they think they're going to be the next Binance. Now, if they make that happen, congratulations to all the holders that are in right now. All I'm saying is that right now, with the way they're handling publicity, with the way they handle this Binance situation, it just doesn't seem good to me. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. How do you feel about this project? I'm interested to hear your opinion. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.